Now, just a word to the wise, don't ever buy a piece of equipment and think it's calibrated or straight, flat, and square. You got to check out your equipment, and that's why I put a scale or
this is the cool part.
Oh yeah, there's my finished dimension, 1.772. It's 1.772 at that end.
That's 1.5.
No,
You're like
1.771,
One
one thousandths of an inch off.
no 0.5. I don't
Yeah.
even
Okay.
can't even think that small.
And then we're going to go over and show you the digital readout on the thickness planer, and it's 1.771.
No, I know why that's off. I'll tell you after the video. You'll
Did you walk by it or something? And
no, actually,
the battery, I had to change the battery. My battery was going dead on the digital readout, and it jumped about 20,000.
when you we'll continue next time.
Next time,
Go ahead.
oh, forgot about this one.
I didn't show.
Hello, Michelle, here we go. Next time, we're going to do a demonstration on using the Keller dovetail fixtures.
Yep.
How many are interested in that? Hey!
Yeah, it should be pretty good. So for today, though, now we want to, I think, go a little more in depth on the subject for today, making your board perfect, and why, and how, and any other things.
We got to do more.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I gotta.
Yep.
In the video, if you were, I did the video. Kevin, scroll back in the video to where he's running it through the thickness planer, and you'll see when you crank. Okay, on the right there, and when you walk away, the wheel actually turns. Right. Yeah, just watch this for a second. Now watch to the left. As you walk away, the adjusting wheel actually rotates a little bit. See, watch it now. See where your hand is? See, it goes up there, and see how it drops back down?
It dropped back down. Yeah.
And that's where your thousands of, or whatever.
Yeah, one thing I don't do is there are 4 lockdown screws
Frictions, yeah.
on the planer, and I've never had to lock them down before I run a board through there. I've just never had a problem with that.
And a thousandth, if that's how you pronounce it. So anyway, yeah, kind of an interesting. Okay, the first time I decided I was going to be a woodworker, I decided I wanted to work with walnut, so I called up the local walnut store, and I said, I'd like to buy some walnut, and the guy said, okay, what do you want? I said, walnut. He said, well, what kind? Well, the kind that grows from walnut trees.
We actually do have a couple more questions.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So let me
Yeah,
find out where they are. Okay, so there's that one about how much you take off, and similar to Michelle's question, so how exact to the 1.5 inch or whatever you're trying to get to do you actually take it to? Would be the question.
I take it to within 1,000ths of an inch. And I know that that's not practical for most people. That's the way I work. That's a personal thing. Some people might be happy with plus or minus 1/16 of an inch. I try to do my joinery where it fits perfectly. Now, it's just a personal thing. It's what's inside you, what you're happy with or what you're willing to live with. And if you're not happy with the results of what you're getting, step up your game and make it happen. That's all.
I would say that if I want 1.5 inches, I make every effort to get 1.5 inch piece of wood. But I also know if I can control that 1.5 inches now on the machine, which is fairly easy, I try to be as accurate as I can on everything, knowing full well that as we go along the process of making, there is an accumulative error. Mm-hmm. And hopefully, if you do it for a while, the errors kind of cancel out. I don't know if that makes sense, but but do it as best you can. Understand that there may be a cumulative error that you're going to have to deal with at the end of the project, or throw the piece away. So, you know, I'm a little less stringent, but I strive for the accuracy, because I know I'm going to screw up somewhere else, and the better I do, the more I think about it, it's usually the product is a little bit better.
Well,
Do you, like I plane all my boards at the same time so I know they're the same thickness? Do you do that, or are you like probably so experienced you don't have to?
no, like, well, I'll give you an example. Making a tabletop. Let's say I was going to make a dining room table that's 3 feet wide. I would plane all the boards exactly the same thickness, and then domino them or biscuit joint them and glue them up and everything. And by doing that, it reduces the amount of sanding time tremendously, and the accuracy again of your tabletop, because every piece is uniformly dimensioned. And if you've got a decent joinery where you don't have any mismatch, your project again comes out flat, straight, and square again. So, but I'll give you another quick example. You say machine everything all at one time. If I were making a desk, I would do the tabletop, then I'd do the sides. But the drawers, the drawing might call for 10-inch wide drawers. But after I get done measuring them, they're 10 1/8. But if I cut every piece to the drawing and I didn't put it together exactly perfect, then I've wasted, all my pieces are 10-inch, they're 1/8 of an inch too
Yeah,
small.
that accumulative error, that's where it might
Accumulative error. And you just want to kind of think through the project and take one step at a time. If the drawing said, well, to make, you know, like I said, don't go get ahead of yourself and start cutting everything out exactly perfect, because it's okay to be on the high side, as long as you trim off. But if you're on your low side, nobody likes a drawer that's 1/4 of an inch slop in it, you know. Okay. Good question, Michelle.
Yeah. So,
I'm curious to find that I used mesquite, harvest mesquite, and have it, and then mill it in a